man? This is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man, so I'm on actually BoxRec right now. I'm just looking at their schedule, trying to look at some heavyweight stuff, man. I don't have time to do all these upcoming, under the radar type of fights that I love to cover. I don't have time to really do individual videos for all of them, so I'm just going to scroll down and just see what's upcoming in the next month or so. I pretty much know all these dudes, man, so let me just see, and I'll just go off the top of the head. Patrick Korte, he will be fighting, well, actually, let me scroll up more. Okay, so August 5th, I do recognize a name. Patrick Korte, German fighter, will be fighting, how the fuck do you pronounce the dude's name again? Gorladze. I've seen the Gorladze guy. He fought a few prospects, man. Bogdan Dinu, and there was another prospect. So I remember his name. He's Cortez fighting that guy. I expect him to win that fight. Patrick Korte, he's a undefeated German prospect. I think he's like in his 30s. Expect him to win this fight, man. I would love to see him after this fight, maybe a few fights after this. Possibly, fight like a Erkin Tepper. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Erkin Tepper. Somebody like that. Maybe even when Manuel Char comes back, maybe you can fight Emmanuel Char or Michelle Wallace or Tom Schwartz. You know what I mean? Alexander Dimitrenko. I'd like to see him fight any of the other German guys. I'm not sure what they have coming up on their schedules, but I'd love to see him take on one of them type of dudes, man. Then also, let me see anybody else I recognize. Another fight that's taking place August 5th. You have Zhilei Zhang, two-time Olympian. He won the silver, was that 2008? And then 2012, I believe he lost the open round match to Joshua. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But Zhilei Zhang, big heavyweight, southpaw, good left hand, 16-0. He just fought Curtis Harper and got him out of there pretty damn quick. Was it the first round he knocked out Curtis Harper, man? Harper got up, stumbled into the other side of the ring, hurt him really, really bad. Harper's somebody that went tooth and nail with Chris Ariola a few years ago on a PBC card. And I want to see, Zhilei Zhilei, however they pronounce it, or however they say it the correct way. I want to see him mix it up, man, with some of the other guys here in the States. He's, a Chinese fighter, but he pretty much, his career is pretty much have been based over here. He's with Rock Nation, so that's, doesn't surprise me that, most of the shit, damn near all his fights have been over here. He had a few fights in China, but for the most part, pretty much all his fights have been over here. He's another guy that fought Gorladze, the same guy that Korte is going to fight. But anyways, yeah, man, I want to see him. He's fighting Nick Guevas. All right, Nick Guevas is a guy. Last time I seen Nick Guevas, he was in there with Jarrell Miller. So I expect Zhilei Zhang to get the win. He's 34 years old, man, so I like to see him, step it up after this. Possibly fight like a Adam Konowski, maybe a Israel Gono, maybe a LaRon Mitchell, maybe a Trey Lippe Morrison, maybe anybody that's trying to break over into contender status. You know what I mean? Maybe even like trying to think, man, Trevor Brian Jennings, although Brian Jennings is contender status, but maybe like a Brian Jennings, just something like that, man, something that's a step-up fight, that's 50-50, something like that. I think he's ripe for one of those type of fights, man. All right, let me see who else I recognize on here. Daniel Tai will be fighting, Hemi Ahio is back in New Zealand, August 11th, Hemi Ahio, 9-0 prospect. Smaller heavyweight as far as his height and reach and things like that. Has a good left hook. Haven't seen Hemi Ahio in a while, man. I don't think I've seen him since about 2015. It's been a while since I've seen Hemi Ahio. Let me just look really quick. Yeah, 2015 in November, man. Last time I seen him. Alapati Asa was the fight that he had. He won a TKO in 2 rounds. He picked up the vacant New Zealand national boxing title. So yeah, he's back in action, man. Want to see how that fight plays out for him. He's 9-0 with 7 knockouts. So want to see what he looks like August 11th, man. Who else is on here that I recognize? Robert Alfonso. He's also fighting August 11th. He's a Cuban prospect. He has been in training. He's 12-0. He's fighting Devin Vargas. He has been in training camps with Deontay Wilder, Eric Molina. He's been in quite a few training camps, man. So can't wait to see him. He'll be fighting, Devin Vargas. Vargas, somebody who was, I remember hearing his name a while ago. He was a good amateur. Vargas was back in the day. And Vargas has been in there with guys like Dominic Brazil and Andre Wawrzyk and Jason Bergman and Kevin Johnson, guys like that. So yeah, man, I expect Alfonso. He's a guy that likes to box. You know, he's not really a heavy-handed type of heavyweight. You know, he isn't gonna go in there and blow guys out. He only has five KO victories. You know what I mean? And this will be his third fight of the year for Robert Alfonso. Okay, that fight taking place August 11th. Journeyman Jamal Woods will be in action that same day fighting Willie Herring. Curious to see who wins that fight. Let me see here. Fred Latham will be fighting August 12th. He's fighting Daniel Pasquiola. I've heard of that dude. That's the same dude that fought what's the football player? Ray Edwards. I remember he fought Ray Edwards last year. So it should be a little interesting matchup between those two. Who else, man? Let me see here. Brian Jennings, August 19th. We know about Brian Jennings fighting Daniel Martz August 19th on the Crawford and Dongo undercard. Dillian Whyte is on that card. His opponent is to be announced. They were trying to feed him, what's my man's name? Michael Grant, but that fight fell through. August 25th, Hasim Rahman Jr. Seen him fight his pro debut fight. It was on YouTube. He'll be making his third fight. He's 2-0 right now, so curious to see how far his career goes. You know, and that will finish out August. So, yeah, those are the fights of the guys that I know, at least, that will be fighting August, man. So, you guys let me know what you think about these upcoming fights for the month of August. Who do you favor in these fights? Do you even care about these? Well, if you're on this video, you somewhat care about these fights, man. I know some of you out there like these type of fights like myself. These under-the-radar joints. But, you guys let me know what you think about it, man. I'm out.